It's good. Peace, God, to all my good people out there, man. We're gonna deliver the revelation to y'all about this whole situation. I know a lot of people be in fear and whew, you know what I mean, like all of that type of thing. You know what I mean. But listen, man, I'm gonna explain this and I'm gonna break it all down to you, all my good guys out there, all my good people out there, and I'm gonna try to simplify it in a way where you can look both ways and understand. Oh, I get it. Third eye, right? We're gonna talk about the third eye, right? And I'm gonna break it down so y'all can understand it super clearly. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all a prime example. When I was a kid, right, I used to go to church or whatever with my moms and stuff like that, and people would be catching the Holy Ghost, and I would look at it, and I would always think it was funny. You know, what I mean, even as I matured as a teenager, I thought it was funny. And when the pastor would touch their head and they would pass all loud, I thought it was a funny thing. I thought it was weird. It's like they just playing. That ain't real, right? Okay. Now, what I'm trying to teach you is this. A lot of times people don't read the Bible, like they'll go to church, but they don't read the Bible, don't study the Bible. And like one of the things you have to do to understand the spirituality or spiritually anything, you have to study it and know what you're dealing with. So as a kid, as a person blindfolded, didn't understand what I was looking at or what was going on. Now let's talk about me in a spiritual sense. Now that I do know what's going on. I remember I went to church with my wife one Sunday, right? And I remember they was calling people up to get prayed for and stuff like that. And my wife was like, you know me, normally I don't go up there because once again, I always looked at it as a funny thing. Ooh, that's funny. That's weird. Like, they're not really passing out. That's fake. That's what I thought. I always used to think that was like, that's fake. They acting. Ooh, they acting. Because I didn't realize spiritually, when you're connected spiritually, when you begin opening up the third eye, begin to build your spirit, to begin to connect to your ancestors, begin to connect to God in a different level, you will begin to learn your true power, and you will begin to learn that there's more people in the force that have power. So basically, I'm gonna break this whole thing down. But like I said, I always looked at it. Oh, that's funny. That's weird. I always looked at it as that way, even if I got mature and became an adult, because I wasn't tapping into my spiritual side to where I am right now. Okay, like the prime example. I go up there to the front of the church, and he going down the line. He touching people's head, and they passing out. I was like, bro, what, I gotta fake this now? I'm not about to fake this and pass out. You know what I mean? So let's break it down. As he walking down the line, everybody's passing out, and I'm like, oh my God, what, I gotta pass out, fake pass out? You know what I'm saying? Like do some stuff like that, and I'm like, nah, not about to be doing that, cuz. You know what I'm saying? So he come to me, and he lay hands upon me, and the guy said, just let go. And as he touched my head, I see a flashing light, right? And I never seen this before. I seen a lot of people touch my head, but like I said, I wasn't connected spiritually like I am today. And he touched me, and I see the light. It was almost the equivalent of like a TV or something being connected to a socket and somebody pulling it out of the socket. That's how I felt when he touched my head. It was like, whoo, like all my energy just was gone. Everything just felt like I was falling on pillars. It was a good thing people was behind me because I was never connected spiritually like that. So that's basically what I'm trying to say. It's almost the equivalent of you would never have the experiences of what we talk. It's the same thing with the Matrix. When the guy say take the red pill, the blue pill, and you begin to experience life in a different sense. You get what I'm saying? Like, so when y'all do the third eye and stuff like that, I'm not going to get up here and scare you to death. I'm going to just let you know that by me connecting spiritually, by meditating and I understand the voodoo stuff. I understand all this stuff with the demons and all of that. I get all of that, man. I know so much stuff that I would scare you on this platform right now. You know what I mean? But listen to what I'm trying to tell you. Like, when you're connecting third eye wise and stuff like this, it's a different level to your spirituality. And you got to understand, like, connecting like that means that you understand all your chakras, and not just understanding your chakra, is just understanding who you are as a creator in the universe. You ever watch the Man in Black and the guys they got the universes inside of them and stuff like that? The spirit, you got to understand, it's like, I'm gonna try to break it down simple. Dragon Ball Z, if y'all watch that. And you got to understand the different levels of Dragon Ball Z. You got Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2, the different levels of the spirituality. You get what I'm saying? That's why when you go to church, you're supposed to actually study your Bible. That's why now I be looking at my Bible. I'm looking at different stuff because it's so many messages inside the Bible, inside the different books that's been left behind for us to study, from the Quran, from the Bible, to even when message to the black man, listening to all these different books and actually understanding the spirituality of the connection. A lot of people say, oh yeah, the Bible is miswritten, and like they did it so many times that some of the truth is out of it. Bro, every book that you read, it's almost that like that game that you pass down the message. A lot of information may be missing, but a lot of truth within the message. You know what I mean? So building spirituality and opening third eye chakras and all of that. Bro, listen to me, man. You have to understand what you're dealing with. Because I'm going to tell you, me personally doing these things and meditating and connecting like that, what ends up happening is weird. I'm going to tell you some weird things that start happening. You start to think about things that you never thought about. Like, for instance, I'm going to give you a prime example of something that most people would say, oh, that's weird. Like, for instance, you could see an animal or something like that and it could get hurt or something. Normally, you probably see it and be like, you wouldn't think about it. But what ends up happening is your mind begins to connect to the feelings of the animals and anything that's being crushed or mistreated, and you feel the energy of it because now you're becoming one with the universe. So now you're beginning to feeling one with the plants and animals and everything. So when you seeing simple things like that, it's like, whoa. It's becoming, and it's because you're connecting deeper, bro. Like that's the more to the story. Your spirituality is connecting to a deeper level, a deeper understanding. You're now connecting with the universe in a different level. So when you're connecting with your angels and God and the universe, you know what I mean? You're connecting all these things together. You have an energy within yourself. That's why if you watch any manifesting video or any of these videos, why do 5%ers call themselves God, and all these people, why is it even in the Bible that we are gods and stuff of this nature? Because we all got the power of our Father, bro. We do. What ends up happening, if you read the book of the Bible, you see what there was the curses that end up messing up our energies and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like I say, I'm gonna give you a prime example. I'm gonna try to break it down as best as I can, right? Witches, and I got to go all the way in with y'all on this. Don't get scared. Witches, all the people that do voodoo, even some of the Christians and all these different people. If you notice something, what is the thing that we all notice about these individuals? They're not as strong as the people of the past. Now, I know they can do their little visionary on the cards and stuff like that, but bro, sis, they're not as strong as they used to be from back in the days. Why is this? Social media, TV. You know what I'm saying? Like people like I think Kevin Gates or somebody like that was talking about this. You can heal your body just with your mind. I think NL Chopper, one of them. You know what I'm saying? I remember they was talking about it. You can heal your body with your mind. Why is it that people can't do that now? Listen to me. It's too many distractions. Television. How many times you look up at your phone to get on Instagram or Facebook? All the time. Your power you don't have your power. Even if I meditate all day, bro, and focus all day, I won't have the ability to be able to heal my body all the way because I'm looking at too many distractions. In order to be able to connect spiritually like that, to be able to get all your chakras and everything to work at a very, 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 very high level, you need no social media. The way you eat will have to change. Everything, bro, is a system. Your body has a system that it's supposed to be connected to. If you look at Dr. Sebi and all of this, he's been saying this for years. See, everybody that's been sent to this earth, they've been giving you examples of how to treat the body and how to heal the body, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Every leader that you see, they have a connection into a piece. Everybody have a piece. Like the 5%ers got a piece. The Christians got a piece. Each person got a piece. The thing that people don't do is mix it all together. Why? Because they believe it's blasphemy. But it's not blasphemy because the information in each one of these books and each one of the knowledge is actually teaching you something. All of them have information that's missing out of one of the learnings. That's why you have to look at all of them because it's ancient history and ancient messages in the Bible, the Quran. All these books and stuff is messages in it. Like, yeah, you're losing the whole point of everything. But my whole point behind all this, what I'm saying is that The reason why your strength is not the same way is because of distractions. You have to connect to a serious high level. And a lot of times, how can you do it? You got kids crying all the time. You're not eating the right food. You eat McDonald's and all this nasty food. And even the food that's supposed to be healthy ain't healthy because of all the stuff they put inside of it. It's not natural if you're not growing it yourself. Okay, let's keep going. Let's moving on. You watching TV, violent movies and all of that. All of these things is what's causing your power to not to be at the level it need to be at. Now, if you was to go, I say I'm gonna say it like this: for a year where you was not using a cell phone or anything, and you was at a peaceful place where you was able to meditate, build your mind, body, and spirit healthy with eating healthy food this whole entire year, we're not eating all this nasty foods and stuff like that. Healthy, building your body, meditating, working out, all of these things, and no distractions from all this social media stuff. I'm telling you, your power level will be at an all-time high. At an all-time high if you ever to meditate and connect at that level. Most humans and people don't be able to do that. They either dealing with finance problems, kids, social media all the time. So like I said, when you dealing with the third eye, and that's why I be telling people spiritually, man, if y'all want to talk to me, I know a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. I'm even getting to the talking to the dead, and why people in our religion and our belief that we don't believe in talking to the dead. You know what I'm saying? Why is we saying that stuff like that? Like I told you, I'm gonna get into that on another video. I want y'all to come back and check it out. I'm gonna talk up real deep on that. But the third eye thing, I'm not going to get up here and scare you to death and all of that. You light your candles and all of that. Like I said, when you getting in sequence into the highest level of your body and understanding the chakras and understanding the connection spiritually and how deep and how dope it is to actually understand animals, understanding the world, understanding the plants and everything around you. Spiritually, you rather like... When you connect it spiritually, though, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this really, you can walk through a forest, right? And the energy from the forest, you can feel it all through your body. Like you can literally walk outside and walk through a forest and you can feel the energy when your spiritual is built up. Like I say, if you're not connected spiritually, I'm talking to you. I'm basically talking to a wall if you're not in the spiritual, because you don't understand what I'm saying. It's almost like I said, my favorite cartoon, Dragon Ball, is almost me trying to teach you some karate moves and some special moves to do, but it's like you're not connected spiritually to understand it. But like I said, I'm telling you what it is. That's why I don't come against a lot of people and a lot of things that they be saying, because this what ends up happening. Like you have all these different religion groups, right, and all these different beliefs, and one of the things that you start to notice, right, that they all took from each other, because they all understood that the mind could heal the body. Right. And then the way you eat and the way you allow distractions it all affect the mind. See, the mind has it's so much into the mind, man. You know what I mean? Your whole body is built off electricity and energy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, I'm going to take all y'all time up by talking about this stuff because it's so deep and so many layers that you got to understand. You know what I mean? So like I say, people go at 5% as, oh, y'all call yourself gods and all of this and stuff. Everybody is gods. Everybody is. Now, as we walking around serving these people, we understand there's a father, you know what I'm saying, that's above us. But we have his abilities within us. If I have a child, they have my abilities. They have my DNA. We have our abilities from our father. That's why we have all these different powers. We don't know how to use it at the higher level. Jesus walking on water and all these different things, turning water to wine and all this different stuff. Bro, if you pay close attention, why is Jesus able to do all this stuff? He's connected so spiritually that he can do any of this. He can make a blind man see. It's all craziness because you don't understand your true power within your body. Nobody knows how to do that now. Nobody's connected like that now. It's crazy and blasphemy because nobody's connected spiritually to that power level. Of course, if I see Goku at Super Saiyan 25, I'm like, oh my gosh, if I'm like, because they never seen that level. Nobody know how to use their power at that level. You know what I mean? Why? Because you got too many distractions. You don't have enough teachers. You don't have enough people that's actually breaking this stuff down. Like, you don't know how to use your level on that level to be able to heal your body by itself without going to a doctor. You ain't none of us supposed to be going to a doctor, man. That's what Dr. C been trying to tell us for years. But like I say, everybody don't understand. It's pieces and each information from everybody that has some right in it. You know what I'm saying? But it's also missing things. That's the whole point. That's why everybody be coming together to try to study together, but they can't study together. Why? Because everybody want to argue. Everybody want to be evil. That's why nobody can work together on stuff. Like if we all came together and all worked together, we would be a powerful force. We would be mentally at a different level. You know what I mean? They would call us aliens at this point because we would be able to do things beyond expectation. I'm just being real with you, dog. I'm just breaking this stuff down. And people think aliens is some type of weird looking green thing coming out of the sky. No, it's a superhuman being. You know what I mean, that has power beyond power. It's like y'all don't understand it. When you see those Egyptian pictures and all those pictures from back in the days, those was I'm going too deep with y'all. I'm going too deep. I'm not gonna go too deep. Like, bro, they all human beings, bro. They just able to reach a higher level of understanding and be able to move their stuff in an energy wave that is higher than regular humans. That's why they're able to do the things, be smarter than everybody else, be able to do things beyond expectation. Can you imagine being in a place where you could actually build your spirit? When have you ever been in a place where you could build your spirit, cleanse your mind out, get yourself right? Never. We got to deal with life, all the drama that come with life, all the stuff that come with it. We were on social media all the time. Everything drains the energy out of our body and brings so much negativity. I could literally watch a cartoon with my kids and be in a sad mood. They have so many cartoons that be sad as hell, bro. Like I'm just sis, bro, whoever watching. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm trying not to go too far. I'm trying to keep it normalized so y'all can understand where I'm coming from. Because if I go too spiritual and get too deep, I might lose the audience that's not connected yet. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm trying to simplify. I know everybody don't watch the cartoons and stuff I watch. I'm trying to simplify to the point you understand that this moving into the spiritual side and getting into that level is so many layers to it. You know what I mean? It's so many layers. Like I said, when I was beginning to work myself into the layers, like I say, I was having weird experiences and I was starting to see it. Like, I'm gonna give you another thing about the third eye. You know, the ability, I forget the name of it right now, you know what I'm saying? But the ability to be able to talk to other humans with them not actually being there. All of this is part of the same thing. You know what I mean? It's all the same thing, man. Being able to talk to humans with your mind. Nobody knows how to do this stuff. You got to be that built spiritually, man. Like I said, you will begin to have these flashes in your mind. You begin to get the visions where you start to see stuff happen before you'll see it happen before anybody else. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't tell everybody my visions, but one of the visions that I did have was the flooding of where I grew up in. It was like a dream that it was going to flood, and I didn't know where it was coming from or what it was going, what it was about. But that's what I seen. It was supposed to be a flood. I told my wife about it. She was like, pray about it, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen with that. But yeah, I had a dream about a flood one time, right? I didn't know what it was. It was a medic for it for something, or I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, your energy level began to give you visions and all of that, and you be able to talk to like people that's not in the room, like spiritually. But like I say, it's all crazy because nobody's at that level. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, nobody's at that level. You know what I mean? It's only certain people that walk this earth that's at that level where they can talk to somebody in their mind. But they other person have to be there spiritually too, on either halfway there or in that same facility of that capacity to be able to do that. I mean, like I say, I've had all those experiences, and like I say, I always get scared when I have them. You know what I'm saying? When it's coming to that, somebody talking to me through that. You know what I mean? I will tell you a prime example. I was meditating one day, right? In the tub, and I was meditating real hard one day, and I remember I fell asleep and somebody was communicating to me. What ends up happening, and I'm gonna break it down. When it happened, the top of my skull was super tight. The top and the back of my skull was super tight. It was almost the equivalent, so I could break it down, simplify. It was almost the equivalent of X-Man, the dude, what's his name? Not Magneto, but Professor Xavier, when he go in the room and put that hat on and he's able to see the other mutants. It was that source. Like it was that my brain was squeezing real tight. I could see the heat wave of the person, and I was getting so scared. They just said, "I love you." They was gonna really talk to me, but I got too scared. I got dumb scared. I'm trying to break out of it, but I couldn't break out of it. Normally, being that you so connected with your spirit and with your spiritual ancestors and stuff like that, they don't allow demonic forces to attack you at all. So I'm gonna get into that in another video too. Listen, when you got angels and all them around you, all your family members and stuff like that, they don't allow it. Once you connect it very seriously, like somebody, if a card reader try to read my tarot, they wouldn't be able to do it and without my permission, because I have too many angels and too many forces around me, because I'm connected spiritually. They can't just read it. You know, they be like, "Oh, your forces are too heavy." Like they ain't gonna be able to get no reading off of me. You You know what I'm saying? At all. And then spiritually, I'm not supposed to talk to the dead. So normally, I don't mess around with that. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, they wouldn't be able to read for me because of the angels around. My story about the tub, basically what I'm saying is no force would have been able to get through the angels and stuff like that to be able to talk to me unless they had pure love in their heart. So the young lady that was talking to me through the spirit, she was connected. You know what I mean? She was connected and she really loved me. And I'm like, why? I don't even like, I didn't even know, like, I don't even know this individual to that standpoint. But she told me she loved me and I didn't understand what it was about. You know what I mean? But like I said, I got too scared and she seen that I was scared. So she backed off. The tightness of my head released. The tightness in the back of the head released. Like I say, when you're building yourself spiritually, people can do that. Can I do that? No. I don't know how to I can get to my level to that level, but I haven't got there yet. I didn't even know how she was able. I thought that was crazy when I would see it on TV. Like, what? That's some weirdo stuff. You can't do that for real. But I seen it already. I seen that before. It happened to me when I was meditating in the tub. And I'm gonna tell you something even deeper. The person that was talking to me, I wasn't even like, this. Put it like this. This person is like non-existent in my life. You know what I'm saying? They must have been just checking on me, trying to figure out what was going on. Like I say, you got people that can talk to the dead. They can talk to different people with their mind. It's deeper levels to this third eye thing, meditation and all of that. Like I say, I don't know how to talk to people like that, but there's other people that know how to do it. And yes, it's been done to me before. And the only way they could have got into me is that if they really loved me and cared about me. And that person really loved me for some like odd reason. Like, that's the only way she would have got in, because they would have never let her in. Like, never. Like, your angels and stuff around you and stuff, that's real, dog. Like, when you praying to your angels and God and all these your ancestors and stuff, they protect you. You don't let nobody in. So for her to have been able to get through in and give me a message, she had to have pure love in her heart. You know what I mean? Nobody with hate or anything could be able to touch me in that level. You know what I mean? Because it wouldn't allow them to come through at all. Like I say, this is a deeper spiritual thing. If you deep into the spiritual, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not deep, you don't know what the heck I'm talking about. It's crazy talk. But if you spiritual, you kind of understand what I'm saying. If you don't understand, like me hearing this and I'm not spiritual, it'd be crazy talk. But if you spiritual and you connected, you get it. You know what I'm saying? But anybody that's not connected spiritually, they would never ever get this conversation. They would never understand what I'm talking about. Like I say, it's almost the equivalent, to make it simplified, of me being Goku Part 25 and everybody saying, how you turn to that Saiyan sign, how you get to that far into the Saiyan thing, whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, whoa, you had a whole different power. Nobody understand it because they don't know how to get there. You know what I mean? But like I say, the third eye is not that. It can be scary to a person that's messing around with this and not have a clear understanding what they're dealing with and with the stuff that's going to come into your life, far as like divisions and people talking to you in different angles. It's just a lot you got to deal with when you start messing with the spiritual, and you got to be able to have understanding. That's why you got to read the Bible. You got to read all these different. You got to read everything and study everything, because you got to understand what's going on in your life, so you don't be so afraid. Like me, I get afraid instantly when I seen somebody be able to talk to me like that. I was scared to death. It happened to me twice though in the tub when I was going, because they say one of my most powerful place is like in water. So when I'm in water, I heal. Like for instance, like let's say for instance, I got like a cold or something like that, or I feel sick. If I go to the ocean water, it'll just heal me like instantly. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one of the places that just heal my body spiritually. And that's why I say when I'm connected like that, the water, the earth, everything become one with you, and they'll begin to heal you in many ways. It's a power source that come from each animal, each plant, each vegetable. Everything is a power source, man. Like I say, you got to build yourself spiritually to understand what I'm talking about. Like you wouldn't get nothing I'm saying if you're not even walking a little bit. Like for instance, man, this video gonna be an hour long if I keep going. But listen, man, I'm gonna break this down on more other videos, man. But like I said, when you're dealing with the spiritual, it's so much that you have to deal with, and it's so much that you have to understand. And like I said, the third eye thing is not really a scary thing, but it's something taking you to another spiritual level of understanding. And like I said, it's so much into this world. It's so much into this world. I'm talking about you would look at friends differently, because you would begin to read their energy at a different power level. Like you could be around a friend that you have been around your whole life, and once you begin to build yourself up spiritually, you would begin to send the demons inside them and everything. Like you could just be in a room around them and everything would just not feel the same. You know what I mean? It's like I said, it's different levels. They had conversation about doing evil stuff. You would look at them and like, it would feel awful to even listen to their conversation. I mean, because it would not connect to your energy anymore. Like you'd be sitting there like, dang, I want to tell them something, but I can't. So you just listening to it, and every sentence they saying about some evil stuff is making you sick to your stomach because your mind is beginning to change into something else. Like I said, if you connect into the spiritual in a clearer sense, if you in a darker path or in the other darker sources or darker things, those type of conversations don't affect you the same because you moving into a darker force. If you're going into a light source, you know what I mean, it's different. I mean, because you begin to feel the pain of the animals and stuff like that. When you're in a darker force, is a different energy. You okay with people doing the evil stuff and stuff like that, etc. You know what I mean? But like I say, it's hard to break it all down for making this like an hour-long video and stuff like that. My whole thing with this third eye thing and opening up yourself to the spiritual, you got to understand all levels. And it's a lot of information you would have to study. You know what I mean? A lot, like daily, to actually be able to get to the higher level. Daily, you got to study. And all these ancient books, the Bible, everything. I know y'all hate the Bible. Like, no, it's so many ancient texts in there that's giving you so much information. Yes, they did make some changes and pull in and pull out, but you need the information, bro. You got to have all this. You have to have all these books. You got to have all these studies before you understand the spiritual at a higher level. Why do pastors be able to touch you and give you energy like that? Why is their energy so high? Because they like it's, bro. I would be in here breaking this down for hours, man. Like, I'm gonna just do this last one. I'm gonna just end it. Pastors, for instance, one of the guy that I knew, he was saying like, ain't demonic forces is the same thing as the church and stuff like that, and don't they use some of the same concepts? I'm like, yes, they do. Everybody steal from the same source. Why is the book of the Bible have so much power, and why is it able to last so many generations and stuff like that? Because it's so much within that covenant. It's so much power within that book, even with it being miswritten a little bit and put in wrong form a little bit. It's so much truth in it and so much power in it that no book is more powerful than this book, unless you can get like all these original scrolls and stuff. You know what I mean? Like I say, like the power within the book, it speaks for itself. It's been around. One of the most selling books. It's around for everybody. Every household almost got one of these books. It's just so much to it, man. It would take me hours to break this down. Like, bro, it's just so much into that book, that information, bro. Like, it's so much into it, man. You know what I mean? Like I say, a lot of the people don't even understand the alien concept. Everybody thinking this is green people with light up fingers and all of this. I'm like, bro, y'all tripping. Like, y'all tripping, G. It's not all of that. It's not that deep. All this fantasy stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, bro, these people are regular humans that reach the higher level. And these people can actually, like, I'm not even going to go into all of that. But yeah, man, it's basically, that's all it is, man. Like the reason why the pastors have so much energy and power, because they all meet up on Sunday and they all listen to this, man. They do the communions and things of that nature, but they doing all this stuff within the covenant, and they also giving back to the community. They strengthening themselves, their energy there. Then you got millions of people in this one place, and they all giving energy to one another. Can you imagine all the forces together and they pushing energy together? It's gonna make you super powerful because everybody's connected. It's like like I said, my wife was in the hospital and everybody prayed together. The power level of it. If you watch it, once again, I'm gonna go back. This is my favorite cartoon, Dragon Ball Z, Spirit Bomb. Spirit Bomb means everything from the earth is coming together in one, in this big ball. That's basically what happened in the church. Everybody coming together. Is the energy level. It's what's bouncing up. That's why when everybody leave out of the church, they say, man, I feel so good. The people that's actually connected spiritually, not the people that's in there with evil minds. The people that's going to church that actually come there with a happy heart, happy spirit, or a person that may be sad or down and they know the church is going to heal them. The energy from the church will heal them and make them feel good. It's the energy that's in the room. The angels, it's abundance of angels in the church room. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of them. Even if, I'm gonna give you a prime. Even if you got people in there, right, that's maybe sinners and stuff like that, you got so many people in there that's not. They pure hearted. Everybody's not evil because they go to church. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, like, man, there's so many layers to this. It's so deep. It's so much I gotta go through. That's why I say just come into the channel and start just tuning in. I'm gonna start breaking everything down. It's so much. I was trying to tell this young man when we was doing security together or whatever, and I was trying to tell him, like, why do people go to church? He asked the question of that. They go to church because of the energy, bro. Like, everybody can read their Bible on their own. Everybody can teach their stuff on their own. The reason that pastor and all of them together is the energy source. It boosts your energy to a level beyond, because you got all these people coming together with the same energy of just bringing hope, bringing life, breathing into each other. Yes, my brother, I love you. And then, you know how the pastor will say a quote and everybody say it together amongst the church. It's energy. It's energy. The energy moves. The energy, like, it's so much. Like, if you're not studying this stuff or what I'm talking about, you're not gonna get it. Like, you ain't gonna understand what I'm talking about. You got to actually go study what I'm talking about. If you look in the church, let's say you got 20,000 people in there, and everybody just, the pastor's preaching, he's preaching the message that's hitting everybody in the same cue, and everybody's energetic and they bouncing it off each other. It's the equivalent of the Lakers playing at home, their home game against a team, and everybody in the crowd going crazy. Ah! The energy from that gonna make LeBron drop about 50 points. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. Now, is it gonna, like don't lose the scenario of what I'm trying to say when I say that. I know you can lose at home and stuff like that, but I'm saying the energy from the room is so powerful. That's why people want home games and basketball and stuff like that. You going in the church, that's your home game. That's energy that's bouncing inside your body and spirit. And that's why they say you gotta read the Bible. You gotta study these different ancient scriptures and stuff like that to be able to understand the spiritual world. Like I say, yes, the demonic world use the same things. Heck yeah. They use all of the same things because they understand where the power come in. And that's faith and belief. What faith and belief does, it create a powerful energy. That's why they talk about the secret and manifestation and all of that. You know what I mean? It's all about the power of understanding. You know what I mean? So it's deeper. It's deeper. Like I said, I can't talk y'all too much. You know, so I just want y'all to come and join the channel, and then I'm gonna really get into the third eye and more stuff about this stuff. You know what I mean? So like I said, I'm gonna do it where I break it down where it's not scaring you or making you freak out and stuff like that. And I'm gonna break it down where it's like normalized, you know what I mean? So you can understand it. Like sometimes people be speaking in that and so much in the spiritual thing that people that's not spiritual, they can't understand it. So I try to simplify it as much as possible. So it'll be normal when you hear it. You know what I mean? Like it'll be real normal. You'll be like, oh yeah, I get it, child. I get what you're trying to say. You know what I mean? So like I say, like me personally, I always thought it was crazy. It's crazy talk. Y'all crazy. Like I always thought they ain't talking to people. I thought all of that stuff was crazy. The old me that wasn't in the spiritual, that wasn't connecting to God and the angels and stuff like that in the universe. I wasn't connecting to that higher power level for understanding. But now that I understand things so clearly. Even on building myself spiritually, and I'm learning more and more. The more and more I learn, the more and more I get into the faith, the more I be able to have more and more abilities. You know what I mean? But like I say, it's all of me not being afraid. I'm pretty for sure God and the angels would give me more abilities if I asked for it. But I'm too scared all the time. Like I'm just too afraid. Even when I get the visions, I be super scared. You know what I mean? Because like with us, we don't talk to spirits because we don't believe in doing that. But like I say, he'll give you visions. They'll give you visions or let you know what's going to happen. But a lot of times the visions be so scary that, like I say, if I ask God and my angels and my ancestors for the power to do all this stuff, they would give it to me. It's just me not being afraid of it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, that's one of the things that get a lot of people is the fear of it. Because once it comes to you, it's you. And like you would see somebody in a mental hospital when they getting all this power and don't know how to control it. You be like, oh man, that person crazy. The whole time they not crazy. You ever seen a person that was homeless or somebody and you say, dang, they smart as hell. And you like, damn, how they end up in the mental institution and all of that? It's because they got power from the angels and God and they don't know how to use it. It just made them crazy. And the people around that's not spiritual, they don't understand that these people ain't nowhere near crazy. They just spiritual. They understand things. They could talk. They could do a lot of different things within their spiritual world, but people are not connected to understand. That's why when I see a homeless man like that, I don't judge him because I already know. Like the old me didn't know, but the new me know this already. I know what it is when I see them guys like that. And is everybody like that? No, not everybody like that. But it's a bunch of people that was in a spiritual sense that took on too much power and they look crazy now. You know what I mean? Because they're not able to handle it. There's too much for a human. That's not able to clear their spirit all the way out. You know what I mean? But like I say, I'm out of here, God. Peace, God, to my good people out there, man. Love y'all, man. Peace, God, to everybody out there. Love everybody out there. You dig? G, I'm out.